A lot of people, newcomers and veterans to my Twitch streams, tend to ask me, Mikolas, what kind of games would you recommend and why? And even though I always think about this question, I always seem to be caught off guard with it. So here's where this video comes in. I'm kind of testing the waters over here, see if we match, and if everything goes well, there might be more recommendations and videos like this in the future. But please keep in mind that I in no way, shape or form consider myself a video game critic, and I don't even see myself qualifying to be one in the future. But I do believe that I have some common sense, and I think I can tell whether a game is worthy of your time or not. And in that case, if a certain video game meets my criteria, I most definitely recommend it to my friends. Or in this case, you, my viewer, which kind of makes you my friend when you think about it. So here goes. Everybody asked for this video, but I'm guessing that after watching this, they will reconsider what they wish for in the future. Video games that I recommend. Part 1. And also, these are in no particular order, so don't you even try to come for me, okay? So let's kick things off with not one, but 3 games. Bam! Bioshock The Trilogy. I have been a Bioshock fan since the dawn of time. When the first one came out, back in 2007, I did not have a console or even a powerful enough PC to run this game. So what did I do? I watched the entire game on YouTube and loved every single moment of it. The premise, the story, and the gameplay, oh god, everything about the game mesmerized me, and I just fell in love with it. It might have also been special because it was my first playthrough that I ever watched from start to finish. And it also kind of ignited this love for gaming content creation. So years later, after getting an Xbox 360, I bought Bioshock 2 on launch, waited patiently for it to arrive from the UK to my house, and finished it in one sitting. A lot of people hate the second entry, but I honestly enjoyed it a lot. If I recall correctly, the ending made me choke up a little. And the soundtrack? God. I listened to it religiously back in the day. It was literally unhealthy. And then there's the icing on the cake, which is Bioshock Infinite. This one, my boys, is one of the greatest games I've ever played in my entire life. The storytelling was phenomenal. The main characters were so fleshed out that I couldn't help but care and fall in love with them. And can we all just please take a moment to talk about the DLC, Burial at Sea? Without spoiling anything, I'll just say this. This wrapped up the entire trilogy in a way I did not think was possible. And also, if you're about to play it, don't repeat my mistakes. Grab some tissues ahead of time and yeah, you'll thank me later. So, as you can obviously see, I have some emotional attachment to these 3 games, but I don't think it's too late to get into it. You can snatch the entire trilogy on current-gen consoles for quite cheap nowadays. From what I've heard, the first one is kinda buggy, but I did not encounter any issues on my playthrough on PlayStation 4, except for some crashes here and there, but nothing game-breaking actually. But then again, it might vary from case to case. So if you're looking for a trilogy that could take you to places you've never been before in a video game, because I mean Rapture from Bioshock 1 and 2 is located underwater, and Columbia of Bioshock Infinite is up in the clouds, it actually doesn't get more utopic than this. And if you're looking for a shooter that is not just about mindless killing and getting from one point to another, and if Heartbreak is right up your alley, then yes, my friend, Bioshock Trilogy is the one for you. Oh, Hellblade, this game took me and the world by surprise. But unfortunately, it took me over 2 years after the game released to finally sit down and play it. While watching the video, you will notice that this is a reoccurring theme with me. What I mean by this is that some great games get released, I postpone playing them for years, but when I do, I just start recommending them left and right. This game requires you to play with headphones on, and if I recommended this game to you and saw you playing it on your TV speakers, you'd catch these hands. I know there's not that much to catch, but it's all about the statement, alright? You play as Senua, a picked warrior on her way to Helheim to rescue her dead lover from the goddess Hela. Senua is suffering from psychosis, so this means that she can see things that others might not see. And she has numerous voices in her head which nag her, undermine her performance, and try to crush her confidence. That's why, as I've mentioned before, it's important to wear headphones while playing this game. It just makes it that much immersive. I loved the story that the game was telling. Seeing Senua making her way to Helheim against all possible odds was a very, very powerful journey to be a part of. I have never played anything like this, and knowing that this game was made by an independent studio with only 20 people on the team blows my mind. Ninja Theory deserves every single award and accolade for their incredible attention to detail with this game, and for bringing awareness to mental health issue that is not really that often shown in video games, and doing it with such care and grace makes it worthy of all the love it got. A literal blast from the past. I won't be surprised and won't judge you if you were to tell me that this game does not ring any bells. Lots of people missed out on it, and I only played it back in the day because it was given away with my PlayStation Plus subscription. And boy, oh boy, was I taken by surprise. At first sight, it might seem like yet another third-person cover shooter, right? But even though it ticks that box, it is more than just a generic shooter game. This game will break you and will leave you thinking, how the hell did I not see this? It has one of the best stories featured in a shooter game to this date, hands down, no freaking debate about it, don't you even try to come for me. It is glitchy at times, but it shouldn't take away from the incredible experience that this game otherwise provides. I don't want to tell you too much, because I'm afraid that I'll spoil something important, but if you haven't played it yet, do yourself a favor and play through it. What Remains of Edith Filtch is yet another video game that I had put on the back burner for a couple of years, thinking that I will not be interested by it, and yet again, I was proven wrong. I was so very wrong. The game is about the Filtch family, which is haunted by a curse that makes all but one member of each generation to die in mysterious and more often unusual ways. As Edith, you explore the house where the majority of the family lived, each of their rooms serving as a time capsule. It is also where you relive their memories and find out how each one of them met their demise. The storytelling is phenomenal. The game's runtime is not that long, and it can be definitely finished in one sitting. I remember launching the game expecting to play for like a couple of minutes and return to it later, but I ended up finishing it in one go, no pauses and all. That's how much the game captivated me. The storytelling in this game is beyond. It is so well written, and the story of the Filtch family messed me up and broke me numerous times throughout its 4-hour run. I very much recommend this game if you want to detoxicate from all of the action-packed games that we play every day, unwind and enjoy some masterfully crafted stories. I am positive in saying that you won't be disappointed with this one, trust me. See the sunset. Death Stranding. Oh, how divisive people opinions are about this game. It is crazy to think how to sum this is the most boring, borderline worst game they've ever laid their eyes on. But to me, it is one of the best games I have ever played and witnessed in my life. I have compared this game to meditation on numerous occasions, both on stream and off. And boy am I glad that the majority of my viewers agreed that this game cannot be compared to anything, because nothing like this exists, and I love it for that. I picked this game up day one when it launched, played for a little bit and did not touch it for over a year. Monica nagged me on numerous occasions to come back to it, and am I glad that I picked it up again. You play as Sam Bridges, a porter whose task is to connect the people of a post-apocalyptic America, or what's left of it. The game is all about making human connections, and it is even more relatable now when you think about it. If at first I wasn't hooked, when I came back a year later, the game gripped me and did not let me go. The world, soundtrack, character development is immaculate. I loved how at the beginning of the game you felt powerless, as if the game was punishing you on purpose. But as you explore, deliver cargo and make connections, your arsenal grows and you literally become a professional courier. But that's one side of a coin. On the other side lies an incredible story of so many layers and depth, so many memorable characters and moments, and it is also the first game that made me cry my eyes out for 30 minutes straight and made me realize that I have quite an ugly crying face. The funny thing is that after completing this game, I fell into a couple of week-long Death Stranding depression, as I called it, when no other game seemed to bring me as much enjoyment as this game did. I'd give everything up to experience it for the first time once again. This was definitely a once-in-a-generation game for me, and now that it's coming out to PC later this year, I highly recommend you play it if you did not get the chance to do so on PlayStation. I have been a huge fan of Remedy Entertainment ever since I played Alan Wake on Xbox 360, so after seeing that they're making another game really excited me, which brings us to Control. It is a weird one, and trying to explain it to someone and especially attempt to sell it to someone is hard, but I'll do my best. You play as Jessie Faden, who is looking for her missing brother, and this search leads her to the headquarters of Federal Bureau of Control, which is a location that specializes in containing and studying otherworldly entities that otherwise might cause huge problems to the outside world. And surprise surprise, Jessie has arrived when all of the hell breaks loose. She quickly becomes the new director of the Bureau and is tasked to contain the situation, as well as finding her brother, who was kidnapped by the same Bureau years ago. I wouldn't be surprised if I lost you along the way, but trust me, this game is worthy of your attention. I love the gameplay, the customization options that allowed you to tweak Jessie's loadouts to your specific tastes and playstyles. I loved that there was no health regeneration in this game, as the only means to restore it is to pick it up from the defeated enemies. I also enjoyed the fact that this game was created in the Metroidvania format, which means that Control has one huge map which can be explored in a non-linear way and allows you to backtrack to your heart's content, since there are numerous locations that won't be accessible to you at first until you learn some new skills and tricks as you progress throughout the game. Remedy always put their own twist on the third-person shooter genre, and their storytelling has yet to disappoint me. This feels super weird to me, but it also feels like a long time coming, and that I was supposed to be doing this. You have no idea for how long I've talked about this, and for how long I wanted to come back to YouTube and make videos like this again. It actually has been ages since I sat down in front of a camera like this. We're not talking about streaming. I don't remember when was the last time I made a video like this, so my anxiety is through the roof, and yes, God, I have been postponing the production of this video probably for as long as I humanly could, so just sitting down here recording this feels quite like an achievement for me, I gotta say. So what I wanted to say is that I'm happy that I'm back. I really hope that this video made sense and that perhaps you saw my insight as informative. I have no idea if it was. I'm so sorry if I just confused you in the end. My apologies. This is, oh my god, this is my first comeback video and I'm already making this an apology video. Maybe I should be a beauty YouTuber? So let me know down in the comments if I influenced you in any way, shape, or form. I love this phrase, I'm gonna keep using it forever. And if you like this video, then don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/MikolosGX if you haven't already. I tend to stream there at least 3 times a week. Depends on my mental state, basically. But yeah, that's how it is. I also wanted to quickly give a shout out to the future Mikolas, who is currently editing this video, because I am currently feeling just fine, but I know that tomorrow the future Mikolas is gonna have his 2 of the wisdom teeth removed, so I hope you're doing well, buddy, and I hope that editing this is not painful.
The level of disrespect!
And of course, if you want to see more videos like this in the future, be sure to voice your opinion in the comment section below. You have no friggin' idea how much your comments mean to me, because I crave for attention. I'm a YouTuber, hello. I crave for attention. I love you all. Thank you so much for being here and perhaps making it to the video safe and sound. Really appreciate it if you did. You are the legend. You are the moment. And yes, until next time, I hopefully will see you at the stream where you will tell me to probably quit YouTube, and until next time, take care and bye for now.